Besides being two visionary tycoons who have already achieved billionaire status, Donald Trump and Mark Zuckerberg are two influential men who know how to enjoy life while spending their fortunes. And because they're so rich, they live in high-end properties and enjoy the best car models. But have you ever wondered which of them has the most luxurious life? In this video, you'll see a heated battle between Donald Trump and Mark Zuckerberg. When it comes to good places to live, both billionaires spare no expense. But which one has the most valuable mansion? Mark Zuckerberg, for example, has a beautiful house in California where he lives quietly with his family. The residence is close to Facebook's office in Menlo Park, Silicon Valley, which guarantees better living and working conditions. In order to have more security and privacy, Zuckerberg owns other estates around his property, being such that it is estimated that he owns a total of 20,500 square feet of real estate in the area. The 5,400 square foot main house has a simple and cozy architecture, which ends up shocking many people, considering the size of the developer's wealth. The kitchen, for example, is in the Provençal style, with furniture in dark green colors that helps bring a feeling of sophistication. It is also integrated into the dining room, which is very well lit with natural light. In an interview with CBS this morning, Mark and his wife revealed a little more of the interior of the home, such as an intimate living room that features a fireplace and plenty of books on its shelves. On the house's exterior, there is a space with a fireplace where the businessman can relax, and a large green area for the children to play freely, as well as a large saltwater swimming pool. In all, they estimate that the developer's real estate investments in this region are worth about $51 million. Trump's main home before his return to the presidency was called Mar-a-Lago, in Palm Beach. The businessman purchased the property in 1985 and transformed it into an exclusive private club and spa for the region's social elite. The club's main area occupies around 54,000 square feet, but Trump has mentioned that his entire property at this location spans nearly 24 acres, making it the largest private estate in Palm Beach. And of course, he has his own private space within the massive property, with a 3,000 square foot area. To give you an idea of its grandeur, the property features 126 rooms, several private beaches, and a 20,000 square foot ballroom decorated with $7 million worth of gold leaf. The price to become a member of this club is around $200,000, excluding annual fees. Some sources claim that this leisure complex of Donald Trump's is valued at an impressive $160 million. In other words, Donald Trump wins this round. Both tycoons are fascinated by high-powered cars, but who owns the garage with the best vehicles? Mark Zuckerberg, for example, has been seen several times in popular cars, such as a Honda Jazz, which goes to show that, on a daily basis, he prefers to be more discreet, since a new model of this vehicle costs about $20,000. Another vehicle that the businessman has already been spotted in was an Acura TLX, a sedan that in its most complete version in the most recent models can cost over $40,000. But some sources on the internet say that Mark also has some more powerful cars in his collection. It is speculated that the owner of Facebook has a beautiful Pagani Huayra, a sportive model coveted by many vehicle enthusiasts. The sports car has a modern design with an impeccable finish, combined with a super powerful engine. And the price that one needs to invest in order to own this machine is something around $1,400,000. Meanwhile, Trump has owned many cars. As a real estate mogul, Donald Trump owns hundreds of properties worldwide. One of these luxurious properties, called Seven Springs, is a mansion where he often spends holidays with his family. Located in Bedford, New York, on an impressive 230-acre plot, the mansion has nearly 50,000 square feet of built area. It's a true Georgian-style castle with 60 rooms and 15 luxurious bedrooms. Surrounded by nature reserves and with a lake by the house, the location serves as a retreat for Trump from the hustle and bustle of the cities. The exact value of this property is highly debated, with estimates placing it around $20 million. Sea to Lake Mansion. There's no doubt that Trump selects the best properties to live in with his family. After leaving the White House, Donald Trump moved to one of his most luxurious properties, called Mar-a-Lago, located in Palm Beach, Florida. The businessman purchased the property in 1985 and transformed it into an exclusive private club and spa for the region's social elite. The club's main area occupies around 54,000 square feet, but Trump has mentioned that his entire property at this location spans nearly 24 acres, making it the largest private estate in Palm Beach. And of course, he has his own private space within the massive property, with a 3,000 square foot area. To give you an idea of its grandeur, the property features 126 rooms, several private beaches, and a 20,000 square foot ballroom decorated with $7 million worth of gold leaf. The price to become a member of this club is around $200,000, excluding annual fees. Some sources claim that this leisure complex of Donald Trump's is valued at an impressive $160 million. Cars. When it comes to acquiring beautiful vehicles for his garage, Donald Trump spares no expense on luxury and sophistication. It's speculated that the former president has owned many cars, but among those he's been seen driving are a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro worth $30,000, a Cadillac XLR-V worth $45,000, a Chevrolet Suburban worth $62,000, a Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, which typically costs around $76,000, and a Ferrari 360 Spider valued at $120,000. One of the most exclusive cars in his collection was a 1988 Cadillac Trump Golden Series limousine, a vehicle of which only 2 examples exist. This car was built for $80,000, which is about $160,000 today. Going up in price, Donald Trump also owned a 2007 Ferrari F430 F1 Coupe, which was auctioned in 2017 for $270,000. Another vehicle that passed through the businessman's garage was a Lamborghini Diablo VT, a highly exclusive machine valued at around $420,000. To gift the First Lady, Donald Trump purchased a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, a super sports model worth $450,000. Trump has also been seen driving a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a super elegant sedan from the famous luxury car brand Rolls-Royce. The vehicle's interior is impeccably finished with first-class materials that bring a lot of sophistication to the space. And to own one of these cars, you might have to shell out up to $460,000. Considering the sum of the price of the vehicles, Donald Trump wins this round. Point for the president. Both billionaires have plenty of money to buy any kind of property, but who makes the biggest real estate investments? Mark Zuckerberg and his wife, for example, decided to purchase 2 side-by-side lakefront properties in Tahoe City, California. The plots, which total 25 acres, feature 2 mansions, named Carousel Estate and Brushwood Estate. The smallest of them, built in the 1930s, has a cleaner style, having a main house, a guest house and quarters for janitors, being a total of 12 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. The building is very cozy, itself following the integrated concept. In its outdoor areas, it is possible to enjoy a beautiful view of the lake, besides the pier for boat trips. The other property, built in the 1920s, is covered in darker wood in its exterior and has a more modern rustic design in its interior, with its main house having 8 comfortable bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. This mansion also features a game room, as well as a hot tub with relaxing views of Lake Tahoe. It is stipulated that Mark Zuckerberg spent more than $59 million on these 2 properties. In the U.S. state of Hawaii, consisting of an archipelago of volcanic islands in the Pacific, Zuckerberg and his wife own some unbelievable 750 acres in its northern coast. In this place of paradise-like beauty, the founder of Facebook has already posted photos on his social media showing the natural diversity of his land, promising to preserve and contribute to the fauna and flora of the region. And to acquire the 2 estates, he initially invested $100 million. Trump also owns beautiful properties. As a real estate mogul, Donald Trump owns hundreds of properties worldwide. One of these luxurious properties, called Seven Springs, is a mansion where he often spends holidays with his family. Located in Bedford, New York, on an impressive 230-acre plot, the mansion has nearly 50,000 square feet of built area. It's a true Georgian-style castle with 60 rooms and 15 luxurious bedrooms. Surrounded by nature reserves and with a lake by the house, the location serves as a retreat for Trump from the hustle and bustle of the cities. The exact value of this property is highly debated, with estimates placing it around $20 million. Already one of the American president's main destinations on his days off is Le Château de Palmiers, a beachfront property in the French city of Saint Martin, located on a Caribbean island. There are actually 2 villas at this location, one with 6 bedrooms facing the beach, and another with 4 bedrooms overlooking the garden. The elegantly designed houses feature a spectacular heated pool, a tennis court, a spa, and dining rooms. When Trump isn't at this location, Le Château becomes a private resort offering total privacy and guaranteed fun. Guests can enjoy accommodations with meals prepared by chefs, relaxing massage services, all for up to $60,000 a week. This Caribbean paradise of the former president is valued at around $25 million. For wine lovers, Trump owns and located in the largest vineyard in the state of Virginia, called the Albemarle Estate. The 25,800 square foot mansion, with its classic Georgian style, resembles a charming traditional English home. The resort was designed to incorporate modern luxury while preserving unique historical details, such as Waterford crystal chandeliers from 1760, hand-painted plaster ceilings, and wallpaper. Complementing the property's luxury are well-maintained English gardens, fishing ponds, and an outdoor pool with a hot tub. All accommodations offer stunning views of Virginia's vineyards. The property also features a billiard table in the library, a private cinema, a 24-hour gym, and a wide range of outdoor activities. And, of course, the location offers excellent experiences with wines produced in the region. To stay at this Trump property, you'll need to spend about $500 per night, and who knows, you might even bump into the former president while you're there. But without a doubt, one of his most expensive properties is his apartment in Trump Tower, where Donald has reserved the top 3 floors to make it his home. Donald reserved the top 3 floors to make it his home. Just by looking at the front door, you can imagine the luxury of the former president's residence, as it's made of gold with diamonds embedded in it. The penthouse is decorated with large chandeliers and luxurious furniture, while 24K gold ornaments adorn the space, from ceilings and moldings to trays and glasses. Inspired by the Palace of Versailles, the furniture and decoration are of classic style, with marble finishes. The spacious living room, for example, features artworks on the walls, a grand white piano, and sumptuous chandeliers, as well as a sculpted and well-lit fountain in the center of the room. There are also European sculptures and ornaments, as well as candlelit chandeliers throughout the residence. It's in this luxurious environment that Trump gathers his 5 children and wife for special occasions and also hosts important meetings with guests. A private elevator connects the apartment to the former president's office on another floor of the building. But if the businessman or his wife prefer to work directly from home, there's an office with a great view of the city within the triplex itself. In fact, the entire residence features large glass windows that offer stunning views from every room. Located on a bustling avenue in New York, Trump Tower has also housed the residences of various celebrities, such as soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo and the late singer Michael Jackson. In the case of the athlete's apartment, the decoration heavily featured wood and vintage furniture, and he purchased the property for $18.5 million. But since Trump's triplex is larger and more luxurious, with palace-worthy decor, its value is also higher. Some sources claim that Trump's home with his beautiful wife in the heart of New York is worth $100 million. And since the 2 tycoons spare no expense when it comes to real estate, let's call this round a draw. When it comes to sophisticated travel, the 2 businessmen use private aircraft. But who has the most expensive air travel? Although Mark Zuckerberg is pretty reserved about his luxuries, it came out in the media that a young man discovered which plane is used by the entrepreneur. It is speculated that the Facebook owner's aircraft is the Gulfstream G650ER model, one of the most modern, fast, and with the longest flying range aircraft available in the market in this segment. The plane's interior has a luxurious finish, being able to carry up to 18 people with great ergonomics. And to own a jet as luxurious and modern as that, you may need to invest more than $50 million. Trump is not far behind. The businessman and current U.S. presidential candidate has a fleet of helicopters at his disposal, having declared 3 units of the Sikorsky S-76 model. Located in New York, Florida, and Scotland, the helicopters are an exclusive convenience for the executives, members, and VIP guests of Donald Trump's company. The helicopters have undergone interior renovations, equipped with sophisticated gold-plated hardware and comfortable finishes. Each one usually costs $7 million, for a total of $21 million. When it comes to jets, the simplest model the businessman owns is a Cessna Citation X, a medium-sized, high-speed twin-engine jet capable of comfortably carrying up to 9 passengers. It is often used by Trump when he needs agile transportation without neglecting comfort. No wonder the aircraft is valued at $23 million. For longer journeys, the businessman relies on his private Boeing 757, a very common model for commercial flights. The aircraft, in its traditional layout, can carry up to 280 passengers, but it has been refurbished to become a veritable mansion, meeting all of Donald Trump's requirements. The turbines, for example, were replaced with Rolls-Royce ones, and the seatbelts were plated in 24-karat gold. The jet was divided into the following areas: cabin with armchairs for relaxing watching a movie, with a TV for each bed; dining room; main lounge with a 57-inch television; a guest area with a sofa that turns into a bed; and Donald Trump's comfortable bedroom with a bed, armchair, and TV, as well as a bathroom with a gold-plated shower and sink. The estimated price of this customized aircraft capable of carrying 43 people is $100 million. It's not for everyone, is it? As Donald Trump has more luxurious aircraft at his disposal, he's the one who wins this round. Everyone knows that both billionaires are extremely successful men, but which one has managed to accumulate the greatest net worth? Donald Trump, for example. Most of his fortune has come from his business career, and because he's such a powerful tycoon, many people wonder what his plans are to return to the helm of the greatest global power, given that he's already quite wealthy. During his term as the 45th American president, Trump not only gave up his salary of $78,000 a month for donations, but also spent more than $66 million out of pocket to finance his campaign. As host of the reality TV show The Apprentice, the tycoon allegedly earned $427 million from his salary, sponsorships, and licenses over the show's 14 seasons. But his fortune goes far beyond his work in the media, as Donald Trump is a businessman with an extensive real estate portfolio, which guarantees him a great income. He owns several hotels around the world, such as the 5-star Trump International Hotel chain in Chicago, in Las Vegas, in Washington, D.C., in Greater New York, and in Doonbeg, Ireland; Trump Doral in Miami, Florida; and Turnberry in Scotland. The businessman also owns several golf courses, such as Bali in Indonesia and Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, not to mention his many luxurious residential and commercial buildings. Donald Trump also has a vast network of licensed products. According to Forbes, $170 million of his fortune is generated by products bearing his name alone. In addition, over the course of his career, Trump has written a total of 19 books on a variety of subjects, including a golf manual, guides to building a fortune, and even a detective novel. One of his most recent businesses was the creation of the Truth Social platform through his technology company Trump Media and Technology Group. In 2024, the startup merged with Digital World, and according to some experts, the former president's stake in the business was worth more than $3 billion. And unlike the big billionaires who have their fortune publicly exposed by having their assets allocated on the stock exchange, it's not so easy to know what all the former president's money is. And although Forbes estimates that in 2024 Trump's fortune will be around $7.5 billion, he has already declared that his net worth is an impressive $10 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, on the other hand, is a young prodigy, being the current CEO of Meta, which owns brands like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Besides controlling the largest social networks in the world, Mark Zuckerberg has already tried to get himself a monopoly on the internet, with him having made a bid to buy Twitter in 2008 for $500 million, and another attempt was the proposed purchase of Snapchat in 2012, offering $3 billion to its CEO, Evan Spiegel, who was 23 years old at the time. However, the two deals did not go through. The legacy Zuckerberg has built is so fascinating that it has served as inspiration for the movie, The Social Network. And although their companies have been going through a rough patch on the stock market, their market value has now surpassed $1 trillion. And just as share values vary, Zuckerberg's net worth also follows suit. Today, the tycoon's fortune is estimated at an incredible $216 billion, making him the second richest man in the world. In other words, Mark Zuckerberg wins this round. At the end of this fight, we have 2 points for Zuckerberg against 4 points for Trump, making him the winner of this battle. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.